What is up, Algebra 2? This is lesson 99. Our objective is, how do you solve absolute value inequalities? How do you solve absolute value inequalities? Well, first of all, let's remember what the absolute value means. The absolute value of a number is the distance from 0 to that number. So if I said the absolute value of x is 3, that means x could be 3 or it could be negative 3, because both those numbers are 3 units from x, or from 0. So think about what this means. Now, if I change it from an equal sign to a less than or equal to, this is saying this is less than or equal to 8, which means then that the distance from 0 is at most 8, right? This distance from 0 is at most 8. So think about it. It could be all the way out here at 8, or it could be all the way out here at negative 8. But it could also be, since it says less than or equal to, it means maybe 4, because 4 is less than or equal to 8, or maybe negative 4, or maybe at 0.5, or at negative 2. So really it could be any of these distances, right? Because any of these would be the positive ones, any of these would be the negative ones. So it'd be anywhere from here all the way to there. So notice this one looks like an and. And you could have written this like this. V is less than or equal to 8, but also greater than or equal to negative 8. Okay? Or, if you like the other way, you could have said V is less than or equal to 8, and say what's inside, V is greater than or equal to negative 8. So notice there, what's inside, same direction, same number. What's inside, opposite direction, opposite number. And if you graph these, it would look like this, or if you graph this, it would look like this. Now, if we have one that's the other way, where the absolute value is greater than or equal to 6, this means that the distance from 0 is at least 6, meaning the smallest, or the closest it could be to 0, is 6 units. So it could be here, or it could be here, but it cannot be closer to 0 than that. It could be more than 0, like 8, or 9, or 10, or negative 7, or negative 8, or negative 10. Right? So it could go that way, or it could go that way. Notice this one looks like an or. So if you want to write that, you could say what's inside m is greater than or equal to 6, right? That's this one over here. Or m, what's inside, is less than or equal to negative 6. So this is what's inside, same inequality, same number, or what's inside, opposite inequality, opposite number. So this converts into these two. Now if you want to look right over here, this is kind of like if you have the absolute value is less than a number, this is going to be an and. If you have the absolute value of a number is greater than a number, you're going to have an or. And that applies for less than or equal to, and also greater than or equal to. Alright, so let's try a few of these. These just are kind of the same basic idea, except for first we have to get that absolute value by itself. So looking at number 7, this absolute value is being divided by 2, so I'm going to multiply it by 2. If I do one side, I must do the other. So now I'm going to have the absolute value of a plus 7 is greater than or equal to 2. And now I want to get rid of the absolute value signs. So notice this one is going to be an or. So I'm going to say a plus 7, what's inside, same inequality, same number, or what's inside, opposite inequality, opposite number. Solving there, I add subtract 7. A is greater than or equal to negative 5. Subtract 7. A is less than or equal to negative 9. So let's see here, negative 5 is going to be right here. Close circle. A is bigger than that, so it's going to go that way. This other one, A is less than or equal to negative 9. Negative 9 is going to be here. and a is smaller than that, so it's going to go that way. Let's try another one. Again, let's isolate that absolute value. So I'm going to add 1 and add 1. So I'm going to have the absolute value of n minus 8 is less than 12. Now notice this is absolute value is less than a number, so this is going to be an and. So I'm going to have n minus 8 is less than 12. N minus 8 is greater than negative 12. So again, what's inside? Same inequality, same number. What's inside? Opposite inequality, opposite number. To solve, I'm going to add 8. So n is less than 20. N is greater than what is that? Negative 4. So open circle on 4. Open circle on 4. And open circle on 20. And I'm going to color that in between. Or you can go that up and over, whichever method you like better. Alright, so just a couple more. We're going to continue on with this. I'm going to add 10. So I'm going to have 6 times the absolute value of negative k minus 5 is greater than 24. This is multiplying, so opposite of multiplying is going to be to divide. So absolute value of negative k minus 5 is greater than 4. So it's greater than, this is going to be an or. So I have negative k is less than 5. Sorry, negative k minus 5 is greater than 4. Or negative k minus 5 is now less than negative 4. Trying to figure out the easiest way to solve this here. I'll add 5. So now I have negative k is greater than 9. But I don't want negative k, so I'm going to divide by negative 1. Alright, dividing by negative, I gotta flip the sign. So I'm going to end up with k is less than negative 9. Or, similar over here, add 5. Negative k is less than 1. Dividing by negative 1. K is bigger than negative 1. So open circle on negative 9. K is smaller than that. Open circle on 1. Negative 1. K is bigger than that. Basic idea here. Continuing on. Add 10. So I have negative 4 times the absolute value of 4b minus 10 is less than negative 8. Divide by negative 4. Yes, I know it gets annoying. Absolute value of 4b minus 10 is greater than 2. Since this is a greater than, this is again going to be an or, even though initially we maybe thought that it was going to be an and, right? So I'm going to say the absolute value of, sorry, not the absolute value anymore, 4b minus 10 is bigger than 2, or 4b minus 10 is less than negative 2. Add 10. 4b is greater than 12. Divide by 4. b is greater than 3. Or add 10. 4b is less than 8. dividing by 4. B is less than 2. So here is 3. Open circle, B is bigger than that. Here's 2. B is smaller than that. Alright guys, I've done 6 of your homework problems. So you go ahead and just finish up the rest of them. Good luck guys.